Hi, I'm Jason, and I'm super. Thanks for asking. With me is Marky.
And Frankie the comic dog, as
Uh,
always.
we're going to do our number three favorite comic book company. I'll start off, and mine is
Spoiler alert, every language can say three.
the word three itself, or a word meaning three.
A word meaning three.
Okay. Uh, Mine is IDW. It was established in 1999. They mostly deal in like Star Trek, which I don't read. GI Joe, which I do read.
I think they were my number four.
I think so, yeah. Transformers, which I don't read. Spike, which my wife reads. And 30 Days of Night was their biggie that like got them really known. So the ones that I read from IDW is Pantheon. It's got the guy that's the Thing, and in No Ordinary Family. It's a miniseries. It's going to be ending soon.
Well, question for you real fast
Yeah,
here. Do you have the same problem I have? I put IDW and Dark Horse books together and I totally just mixed the companies into one big one.
no, but I did that with IDW and Boom. I kind of put those two together. Spike the Devil You Know. I don't read it, but my wife does. It's a mini series. It's going to be done. But Spike just got first issue came out this week. True Blood, awesome, awesome comic. Although it's a mini series, it's going to be done in issue 8.
It's a miniseries?
Yeah,
I thought it was a full run.
I thought
And
so too.
everybody says it's a good read. I don't read it, but everybody does like it.
December is the last issue, I think. Wire Hangers. It was good for the first 3 issues. Then I think it's got canceled or the series ended at 4. Wildstorm and IDW doing X Files and 30 Days a Night. The girls reviewed this. It's a good comic. I enjoy it. Miniseries is going
It's
to
real
end.
good. A
Mys-
plus.
Mystery Society. Really, really, really good comic. Really good. Like I
I
hope
think
it.
the girls reviewed that too.
Yeah, I think it, or I hope it becomes a regular series, based on miniseries. So that's going to be canceling soon or ending soon. Bram Stoker's Death Ship. Very good comic. Nice artwork. It has an older feel to it. Um, it's the series is over. Uh, I also read the GI Joe Cobra, which is superb. Really, really enjoy that.
I read Real American Hero.
Didn't care much for that, so I canceled that. I also read GI Joe Origins, which is good, and then GI Joe. So those three are really good. Not care much for the one that you read, but
And I have to apologize. I was incorrect. I'm almost positive now that my number four was Zenoscope.
was it Zenoscope? Oh
Yes,
yeah,
because I think I reviewed Nothing But Skin Zenoscope because I think my pick of the week last time was a Zenoscope book also.
it was like 2 weeks ago since
Yeah, it
we
was like
did.
Neverland. And I didn't look anything up. I was too busy reading comics.
Yeah. They also did yours truly, Jack the Ripper. It was 3 issues
That
long.
ended, what, like last week or the week before only?
Week before I think it ended. Girls did a review on that, so the girls pick would probably be IDW also for somewhere in there.
IDW and probably Dark Horse and Zenoscope.
Zenoscope,
Because
yeah.
Karina likes Dark Horse.
Tasha really likes Zenoscope. So those are IDW is my number 3 pick. 5.
I feel all crappy this week. I didn't bring down any books, do any real research. I knew which company I was going to do, and I know the books that I get through them. Um, but I don't have pretty pictures to show you guys, but they're glary a little bit anyway. So here we go. Um, we're gonna go with Dynamite.
That was my number 4.
Yeah, we're selecting the top companies, and apparently we like a lot of the same ones. They have a lot of good books. Right now, Project Superpowers Chapter 2 just ended. Project Superpowers was something that I came into actually at the very beginning of Chapter 2, and I totally back issued all of Chapter 1, and I read it all the way straight through up to like issue 3 or 4 of Chapter 2 because that's where I started. And I think I read it in like a day. And
And
I mean, I sat down and read them all. This is how good this story is. It's a good story.
and you got me into it. It's really
And it spanned another series, which is Black Terror. They do that as well. There were some 3-shot series also of the Death-Defying Devil and Masquerade, and actually Black Terror.
And also that God guy before the blind guy.
Samson. I thought he was a one-shot.
Was it a one shot?
Yeah, he was a one-shot on the like villains and heroes ones. Remember?
Oh yeah.
They had like the character one-shots. And then there was the villains ones, which they were very interesting to read. I also get Queen Sonia through them. I love Queen Sonia. I think that it's a little bit better than Red Sonia. It's got a little bit more of a, she's a little bit older kind of feel to it, and just a little bit more focused on her trying to rule rather than just slaughter. So it just brings a little bit more to it, I think. I get certain Red Sonia books. Basically, if I think that it looks cool, I'll buy that one. It's not one of the books that I regularly get, but I just thought, I do pick it up from here and there. Right now, they're doing a thing with Marvel where they're doing the Invaders. It's issue 2, I believe. It's real good. They just released The Last Warlord or Warrior of Mars, which is following the storyline of a old novel, I guess. I have to give them mad props on this because they released it at $1, and it's a full comic. Now, I'm hoping to God that with me not doing any research that I have my companies right, but I'm almost positive it was a Dynamite book. I haven't even read it yet, but it's released at $1, and the cover art came out with like 3 covers. All the cover arts are awesome. They're the kind of covers that you want to stick on your wall because they're pretty. So that in itself is awesome. The Last Phantom, I think, is awesome. It's like a reboot of the Phantom, and it's just amazing. It's real good. So right here, I have about 4 real solid reads. I have one that I'm really looking forward to with Last Warlord and Invaders, which is just kind of starting. But it seems real good too. I have one complaint about them, and it's called RoboCop. First 3 issues rock. You went downhill real fast. Without that, you actually might have made my number 2 spot. So RoboCop kind of kicked your ass right there. Sorry.
Is it still going, RoboCop?
I don't know. I know it doesn't show up in any of the stores,
Yeah.
and I haven't seen an ad for it in a while. So I think it got canceled, but I don't know. I really don't care. I just don't want to read it anymore. It went downhill in a hurry. First 3 issues were really good. I was very surprised by how good they were doing, and then it just went. Which it was one of those series too where I was like, RoboCop can't sustain a book. There is no way this can be as good as it looks. And it held 3 issues. They should have done a miniseries. I think they could have done a miniseries. A 5 issue, they might have been able to push out. If I was 3 issues in and I knew that it was only going to run 5 issues, I would buy the last 2 anyways. Well, that's my pick. Dynamite, I don't know how long they've been around, but to me it feels like they're a newer company.
Yeah, and they do the Lone Ranger, which...
Yeah, they do the Lone Ranger, which if I wasn't spending all my paycheck already on comics, I'd probably get because I love Western comics. But I'm already spending all my money, and they're already getting a good chunk of change for me.
Green Hornets.
The Green Hornets, and the Kato book.
Yeah, Kevin Smith's Green Hornet and someone else's.
I think there's actually 3 Green Hornet books out.
Jeez.
And I know a lot of people are big fans of Year One, I think it's called, which is not the Kevin Smith one. It's a very more like Batman-ish kind of darker one. And if you're trying to get into a Green Hornet book, that might be one for you to pick up because it's similar to Batman.
I might have to check it out. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. And next week we'll do number 2, and tune in for our next thingy. Bye.